Hi, everybody. So this question has been puzzling a lot of people about the grandfather clock, and a lot of people have gone ahead and challenged this question also. And I think the challenge about the grandfather clock question is quite valid, given the kind of question it was, given the kind of passage it was. So I'm just going ahead, and a lot of you have been requesting that. Sorry, I was not available last couple of days to do this, but I decided that I'll go ahead and actually explain this question to you. So we'll have to read the whole passage. So I'm just sharing my screen here with you. And so this is the grandfather clock question. So before you read the question, I mean, the question is actually quite self-explanatory. It's asking about what arguments. It's asking essentially. The question is asking essentially about the arguments made by the passage, by the author in the passage. So what are the arguments in the passage except that? So basically what you're looking for is the author makes all the following arguments in the passage except that. So we're looking for what is not made. So that's that's the question. It's an RC question, and a lot of people got a shock when the answer was released here. But we'll of course have to go through the passage to understand uh, the the uh, the arguments made. Uh, I'll not take you through the whole passage. You can read the whole passage later, but you can also download this paragraph. This passage will be available everywhere, I guess. So you can read the passage on your own. But uh, but if you go through the key points where the arguments that are being discussed have been made. So if I look through the first paragraph of the passage, keeping time accurately comes with a price. It's starting off very clearly that accuracy of time is going to involve a price. And the maximum accuracy of a clock is directly related to how much disorder or entropy it creates every time it ticks. Natalia Ayres at the University of Oxford and her colleagues made this discovery using a tiny clock with an accuracy that can be controlled. The clock consists of a 50 nanometer thick membrane of silicon nitride vibrated by an electric current. Each time the membrane moved up and down once and then returned to its original position, the researchers counted a tick, and the regularity of the spacing between the ticks represented the accuracy of the clock. Right. So this paragraph, this part is actually quite detailed about how they measured the accuracy, but the passage comes back, and you really don't need to grasp that part very well to understand the question. The passage comes back. The researchers found that as they increased the clock's accuracy, the heat produced in the system grew, increasing the entropy of its surrounding by jostling nearby particles. If a clock is more accurate, you are paying for it somehow. Keeping time accurately comes with a price. So this is an argument that has been made in the first paragraph. So when you talk about the question and you look at this uh, uh, this first this question here, the author makes all of the following arguments in the passage except, right? So whichever argument has been made in the passage, you have to remove that from the options. So researchers found that the heat produced in a system is the price paid for increased accuracy of measurement. So this is very clearly mentioned in the first paragraph. This is something that's coming out very clearly from the first paragraph. The surprising part was that they had said that this is the right answer. That means this was an argument not made in the paragraph. So even if you read it again, if you try to do a deeper read of this, researchers found that the heat produced in a system, in a system is the price paid. So are we talking about the same thing in the first paragraph? If you go back to this, accuracy comes with a price. That means and the basic argument here is that as you increase the clock's accuracy, the heat produced in the system grew. And that is the price basically. So the heat produced in the system grew, and this heat is basically increasing the entropy of its surroundings. So this heat can be inferred to be the price you're paying when you're obviously producing heat in the system, you're paying a price by the price is directly paid in the form of entropy in the surroundings and the jostling particles, right? So a very oblique argument here for this not to be the answer is that the question setter can come up with an argument saying that the price that I want to talk about, is not the heat produced in the system, but it is actually the increase of the entropy. So that can be an argument. Entropy increases the price. So that can be an argument. I mean, if Cat really wants to defend this answer, that's the only argument that works in this case. The heat produced in the system is not the price. The price is the increase of entropy, right? But the heat produced in the system is so closely related to entropy that it is natural that if you're producing heat in the system, entropy is going to go up. So that's a very, very flimsy argument from the question setter if he's going to stick to this answer. Because if he's going to stick to this answer on that basis, and this is the only basis for him to stick to this answer, that मैंने जो first paragraph argument बोल रहा है, that argument is not heat produced in a system is the price. First paragraph argument is कि entropy is the price. But as I said, a बहुत flimsy argument है, because if you look at I mean, this can be the argument if none of the others are clearly removable, right? As I mean, or if each of the others are clearly made in the passage. ठीक है? So ये वाला जो है relationship between accuracy and entropy may not apply to all clocks. ये यहाँ से आ रहा है इस paragraph से. So if you look at this, the relationship that researchers found is a limit on the accuracy of a clock. So it doesn't mean that a clock that creates the most possible entropy would be maximally accurate. So if you look at this sentence, ये वाला argument, the relationship between accuracy and entropy may not apply to all clocks. The relationship they are talking about is as you increase the entropy created by the clock, the accuracy does go up. So this is an argument which is made in the passage. So this can't be the answer. We are looking for the argument which is not made in the passage, right? So according to the first paragraph's interpretation, if we remove the entropy angle in this, so this is also an argument that is made in the passage. We are looking for what is not made. Is all the following arguments are made in the passage except. So this is an argument that is made in the passage. This is an argument that is made in the passage. So this can't be the answer. But surprisingly, Cat had given this as the answer. And for me, if I have to justify this, that this is the argument not made in the passage, I can say this, that the price paid is, I'm just repeating that part, the price paid is heat produced in the system is not the price paid. The heat produced in the system creates entropy outside, which is the price paid for more accuracy. But as I said, this is a very flimsy argument, because if this has to be the answer, then the other answers have to be very clearly made by the other options, or the other arguments have to be made by the author, right? And point number 4 comes from the last paragraph. This is very clearly made by the last paragraph. So this can't be the answer, because if you look at the last paragraph, it says very clearly, it's talking about quantum clocks here. When researchers compared the results with theoretical models developed for clocks that rely on quantum effects, they were surprised to find that the relationship between accuracy and entropy seemed to be the same for both. We can't be sure yet that these results are actually universal, though, because there are many types of clocks for which the relationship between accuracy and entropy haven't been tested. It's still unclear how this principle plays out in real devices such as atomic clocks, which push the ultimate quantum levels of accuracy. So if I look back at this, so this is basically an argument that he's making right through the paragraph, not just in quantum computers and quantum clocks, but right through the paragraph he's making this argument that in designing clocks, for quantum computers, which can be inferred to be quantum clocks, both precision and heat have to be taken into account. So it's a trade-off. How much precision do you need and how much heat are you willing to generate? So this is an argument made in the paragraph. So this can't be the answer. This is an argument made in the paragraph. This can't be the answer. Right? They have, according to the CAT's official answer key, they have said that this is an argument not made in the paragraph and they have marked this as an answer. Now this will stick to the answer, will stick to this as the answer on the basis of key, the passage has said entropy, only if this is an argument made in the passage. So if I look at this argument, there's no difference in accuracy between an inefficient grandfather clock and an atomic clock. There's no difference in accuracy. Can we infer that from somewhere is the question. So अगर मैं इस पे जाऊं, the whole grandfather clock discussion is happening here, right? The relationship that the researchers found is the limit on the accuracy of a clock. So it doesn't mean that a clock that creates, so there's some kind of accuracy limit on the accuracy of the clock, right? इसके पहले let's to understand this, let's just read the initial part. यहाँ पे जो यहाँ तक पढ़ा था हम लोग ने, if a clock is accurate, you're paying for it somehow. In this case, you pay for it by pouring more ordered energy into the clock, which is then converted into entropy. So essentially, you're paying by, I mean, this is another argument that the question setter can take. Ki the heat generated in the system is not the price paid for, the heat generated in the system is not the price paid for increased accuracy. The heat, you pay for it by actually pouring more outage energy into the clock. So the price you're paying is putting more ordered energy into the clock, and which is then converted into entropy. So दोनों एंगल से देखो तो there's an argument for the correct answer to be that that second argument is not made. But then we have to find, we have to be able to eliminate the other three options for that. So as I said, this is a very flimsy argument because heat, even if you look at this, more ordered energy into the clock, and then the heat generated in the system creates entropy. So ये तीनों चीज बहुत linked है एक दूसरे से. आप clock में energy डाल रहे हो, system में heat generate हो रहा है, उससे आसपास का entropy बन रहा है. You're paying in whatever form. This is just a very flimsy gap between these three concepts. So he further says, by measuring time, we are increasing the entropy of the universe. Says that is, the more entropy there is in the universe, the closer it may be to its eventual demise. Maybe you should stop measuring time. Says that is, the scale of the additional entropy is so small though that there's no need to worry about its effects, she says. So anyway, यहाँ तक ये paragraph खत्म हो गया. Second paragraph में जब आते हो यहाँ पे, the paragraph says, the increase in entropy in timekeeping may be related to the arrow of time. So ये नया concept की बात हो रही है. So we are trying to see, what we are trying to see basically, A और D तो बहुत clearly eliminate हो गए यहाँ पे, कि they are clearly arguments that have been made. So if there have been arguments that have been made, so these can't be the answer. We are looking for the argument which is not made. So this is an argument not made on a very flimsy ground, on a very, very fine ground. ये argument कहीं मिल रहा है क्या हम लोग को? No difference in accuracy between inefficient grandfather clock and an atomic clock, right? So if I look at this, this question or this thing, anyway, so this is where the whole grandfather clock logic comes in. उसके पहले वाले पढ़ लेते हैं. The increase in entropy in timekeeping may be related to the arrow of time, says Marcus Ubers, blah, 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 who was part of the research team. It has been suggested that the reason that time only flows forward, not in reverse, is that the total amount of entropy in the universe is constantly increasing, creating disorder that cannot be put in order again. Anyway, this is an oblique argument. इसको ज़्यादा ज़रूरत नहीं है pick up करने का for this question. The final part says the relationship that the researchers found is the limit on the accuracy of a clock. So it doesn't mean that a clock that creates most possible entropy would be maximally accurate. Hence, a large, inefficient grandfather clock isn't more precise than an atomic clock. It's a bit like fuel use in a car. Just because I'm using more fuel doesn't mean that I'm going faster or further. says Yuber. So यहाँ पे what he's saying, he's basically saying that there's a limit on the accuracy. So if you keep adding to entropy, it does not mean accuracy will keep going infinitely up, right? And he's giving the example of the grandfather clock. It isn't more precise than an atomic clock, just because it is spending more energy, or it is creating more entropy. Just because of that, it is not more precise than an atomic clock, right? So coming back, so the only sentence that continues to refer to grandfather clock and atomic clock is this one then. So we have to take a call whether from this we can infer the argument that the author is saying that there's no difference in accuracy between a grandfather clock and a atomic clock. So when the researchers compared the results with theoretical models developed for clocks that rely on quantum effects, they were surprised to find that the relationship between accuracy and entropy seemed to be the same for both. So who's the both here? Now this is starting immediately after the grandfather clock discussion. This passage is starting immediately after, this paragraph is starting immediately after the grandfather clock discussion. So जो both की बात हो रही है, they are talking about the grandfather clock and the atomic clock. And what they are saying, पहले तो उन्होंने बोल दिया कि the grandfather clock, because it's creating more entropy, it does not mean that it is creating more, it is more accurate in measurement. They have said that. So grandfather clock more accurate than atomic. Grandfather clock more accurate than atomic. इसको तो उन्होंने हटा दिया है. इसको मैं indelible ink में लिख देता हूँ. Grandfather clock more accurate than atomic. इसको तो उन्होंने delete कर दिया है पहले, just because it's spending more this thing. So that means grandfather clock is equal to atomic clock in terms of accuracy, or grandfather clock might be lower. Just because it's spending more energy, it need not be more accurate. So coming back to this, can we, so the key question now is, can we infer this and eliminate that? So when the researchers compared the result with theoretical models developed for clocks that rely on quantum effects, they were surprised to find that the relationship between accuracy and entropy seemed to be the same for both. Now, what is the relationship between accuracy and entropy? As you increase the entropy in a system, in a clock's measurement system, the accuracy goes up. That's the basic relationship. But can you, so the relationship is equal, is same for both the grandfather clock and the atomic clock. दोनों clock में relationship है. In the grandfather clock, if you increase entropy, you increase accuracy. In the atomic clock, you increase entropy, you increase accuracy. So the relationship between accuracy and entropy seem to be the same for both, right? But does that mean that the accuracy, and this is the big jump from here, does that mean that the accuracy of a grandfather clock is equal and there's no difference in the accuracy of a grandfather clock to an atomic clock? So that's where the far-fetched argument is. That just because the relationship is equal, does it mean that this thing? It's like suppose I say, for two people, let's create an analogical argument. If there are two people, A and B, and the relationship between how much they eat, the more they eat, the more their weight is. The relationship between eating and weight is equal, is same for both. The more they eat, the more their weight is. Does that mean, can we infer from that whether the weight of this guy is equal to the weight of this guy? Obviously not. You can say this to a guy who's 20 kilos of weight also. A 5, 6 year, 7-year-old child who's 20 kilos of weight. The more you eat, the more your weight is. And you can say this to a 60-year-old man also who's 80 kilos. The more you eat, the more your weight is. Does it mean the weight is equal? No. A grandfather clock, the more entropy it creates, the more accuracy it has. An atomic clock, the more entropy it creates, the more accuracy it has. Does it mean that we can equate the accuracy? There's no difference in the accuracy between a grandfather clock and an atomic clock. The answer is clearly no. And which is why this answer surprised me, because normally CAT in their RCs have very clear answers which can be defended in front of lakhs of people. But I think frankly, there is a problem in this, that ये argument उसने नहीं बोला है, that can be justified, but then in that case, which is the answer, right? So in that context, ये argument तो उसने definitely नहीं बोला, ये argument obliquely तो बोला हुआ है उसने, ठीक है? ये अगर क्वेश्चन सेटर इसको डिफेंड करता है इस तरह से कि मैं अगर फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ को क्लोजली रीड करो, द प्राइस यू पे बहुत क्लियरली लिखा है, द प्राइस यू पे इज द इंक्रीज्ड ऑर्डर्ड एनर्जी यू पुट इन. तो तुम मुझसे आई कैन गेट बैक एंड आस्क हिम इफ ही इज इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी, तुम ये मेरे को बता दो कि यहाँ कहाँ से प्रूव हो रहा है. एंड आई डोंट थिंक ही हैज गॉट एन आर्गुमेंट फॉर दिस, व्हिच इज व्हाई आई बिलीव दैट कैट विल हैव टू वोट इन दिस आंसर. They'll have to order this answer, and I hope they give these 4 marks. मेरा भी 4 mark इस पे dependent है. I had mark C, 3 as the answer. Was surprised to see 2 as the answer there. So we'll get closer to 130 plus for my scores. So that's what I'll close with in this discussion. Chalo, I hope you enjoyed this. Do let me know what else you want, and I'll be back with you very soon in the next video on various things. We were planning to restart the 7-minute explainers and other things also now. Chalo, bye bye.